Yo, it's Brian here. Today, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. As always, looking back at the DeForest Buckner trade that happened about a week and a half ago. As of this video, if you don't know what happened, Buckner from the Niners got traded to the Indianapolis Colts. In exchange, we got the Colts' first round pick, which is the 13th overall pick. That's really good for the 49ers part. They get an extra draft pick in the first round. Going to be talking all about this. Was this a good trade for the 49ers? Look at the pros and cons of this trade. Should be an interesting one. Hope you guys are having a good day so far. Happy Monday, if there is such thing as a happy Monday. But anyways, it's going to be a fun one. Let's get this video started, but before I do, please like and subscribe. That's going to definitely help me out a lot. Click that bell notification to get notified of future videos. Share the channel, share this content with fellow Niner faithfuls. Let's get this started. 49ers, DeForest Buckner. Was this a good trade? Okay, time to talk about Buckner and his time in San Francisco. He had an awesome career for us for 4 years. Drafted in 2016 as a first rounder. Ended the 2019 campaign with the Super Bowl berth, which we wanted, but we did make it to the Super Bowl in 54. Overall, as a career, 28.5 sacks for the 49ers, about 7 sacks per year, 11 to 12 sacks in 2018, his career year, but that's pretty impressive for a defensive tackle. One of the best, in my opinion, in the NFL behind Aaron Donald. 49ers, we know what kind of player he is. The Colts, they know what they're going to get. Awesome guy. They're a young team right now, and I'm going to be talking about the Colts in a second. That's the biggest con for the 49ers if you're talking about pros and cons, and I'm going to get into that right now. Losing a number 99 in the middle, it's going to be a lot of pressure on both Armstead and DeForest Bosa to get those sacks, generate those pressures. I believe they can do a great job, but losing 99, that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. But they can have some replacements that I think are great in mind. Maybe Solomon Thomas, this is his time to shine. They're going to be banking on him to do well. They're going to be banking on Armstead to do really well without Buckner. He did have a great supporting cast in 2019, so that really helps out a lot. The past couple of years with Armstead, it was kind of hit and miss. In 2019, everything was coming together. He had a career year. He definitely cashed out with that big 5-year, $80+ million contract. Hopefully he's worth the investment. I believe he will. Losing number 99, that's going to be a big question mark right there. Really, that's the only con I can see the 49ers. If they don't replace him, then this would be a terrible investment, but I believe the 49ers, they're looking at a lot of plans right now, whether it's in the draft, whether they think Solomon Thomas is the man. They believe in their roster right now. Losing Buckner, that's going to be a big loss, but to them, they can probably find a replacement. And looking at it also, a big pro definitely is getting that first round pick, the 13th overall pick. I think that's just a really beneficial thing for the 49ers, just because of the fact we are very low on draft picks, and they can either pick a player or they can trade down and get some more assets with that, even more than the 31st pick that they would have gotten with that. So I think that's a win-win situation for the 49ers in terms of the draft. George Kittle, I think that's another pro of this whole ordeal. They can pay him now. They either had to choose between George Kittle and DeForest Buckner. They chose Kittle because, one, the tight end is very, very important for Jimmy Garoppolo. Also, we had Eric Armstead. He was cheaper, so they had to go with him instead of Buckner. They would have loved to keep Buckner. Everyone would have loved to keep him, but I think John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, they saw the future. They wanted to get compensation for Buckner before he walked away in free agency, essentially with nothing for the team. Getting a first rounder, I think that was a big win for the 49ers. Looking at all that, looking at pros and cons, looking at him as a career for San Francisco, his potential in Indianapolis, I think going there, that's a really good team to go to. Hopefully he has a good chance of going to the playoffs, maybe to a Super Bowl. Maybe we can play against him in the Super Bowl. Wouldn't that be awesome, right? Sheldon Day, he's going to be joining him in Indianapolis, so good luck to him as well. I'm just really optimistic about the Colts. Ever since Chris Ballard became the GM for them, he has done a really good job on building that team from the offensive line to the defensive line. I wish Andrew Luck was there, but now they have Phillip Rivers. I think he's going to be having a better time than he did with the Chargers pretty much his whole career. He has an offensive line. He has some great talent. He has a great running back in Marlon Mack. Indianapolis is going to be rooting for y'all. And Buckner, hopefully you do really well for the Colts because, you know, they paid you a lot of money. Who won this trade? Too early to tell. I hate using that answer. It depends. I think so far both teams, they got what they want. The Colts, they're in the win now situation. They got Phillip Rivers now. Now you're getting Buckner. You're going to shore up the both offense and defense. So they're really trying to go for a championship run like the 49ers. The 49ers, they win both in the short and long term where they get a first round pick and they can do a lot of things with it. They can reinvest it by getting more draft picks, or they could draft a player, whether it's his replacement or a wide receiver. Right now, I think both teams have won, but only time will tell. The biggest thing that will tell who won this trade is whether or not the 49ers, what they do with that 13th overall pick. Do they have a great successful player? Do they get some great other players in the later round, or does it just flop completely? So if you're looking at that, we're going to have to look back at this trade for the next, I'd say 2 or 3 years, and then we have a final decision on it. But for right now, I think both teams have won, but the 49ers, I think they get a big win as well. But losing Buckner, that's going to be a big loss, and hopefully they have a replacement for him. That's pretty much it. You guys wanted to make this quick video. I do miss Buckner already. I think he's going to do well in Indianapolis. Hopefully they have some good plans in the future for the defensive tackle position. Please let me know what you guys got for the Buckner trade. Who won this trade? What do you guys think about it? Long term, I like to hear what you guys you guys to say in the comments below. If you guys like this, please like and subscribe. That's going to help me out a lot. I'll be catching you guys up tomorrow on a Tuesday. I'll see y'all then. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Go Niners all day. Hot boys.